If you look at America's biggest companies today, you'll notice something unusual. They're spending more money than ever before. Billions are flowing into new technology, new factories, new software, data centers, cybersecurity, automation, and artificial intelligence. At first glance, that sounds like a sign of confidence, but behind those massive investments lies a problem almost every major company now faces. The cost of staying competitive has exploded. And unlike many business challenges, this isn't something companies can simply cut back on. Whether you're Apple, Walmart, Amazon, Ford, JP Morgan, or a growing regional business, the reality is the same. Standing still has become one of the most expensive decisions a company can make. For decades, businesses could make a major investment and expect it to last for years. A company could install new equipment, launch a software platform, or build a factory and enjoy the benefits for a long time before needing another major upgrade. That business model no longer works. Technology now moves too quickly, customer expectations change too fast, and competitors are constantly improving. Companies aren't investing because they want to, they're investing because they have to. One of the biggest reasons is artificial intelligence. Nearly every large business is trying to figure out how AI can improve customer service, software development, marketing, logistics, finance, manufacturing, or internal operations. But adopting AI isn't as simple as purchasing new software. Businesses need faster cloud infrastructure, advanced computer chips, stronger cybersecurity, legal compliance, and employees who know how to use these systems effectively. Those costs quickly reach hundreds of millions of dollars, and for the biggest companies, they often reach into the billions. Cybersecurity has become another enormous expense. Every year, cyber attacks become more advanced. Hackers target retailers, hospitals, banks, manufacturers, and technology companies alike. One successful attack can shut down operations, expose customer information, damage a company's reputation, and cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Because of that risk, businesses continue investing heavily in security teams, monitoring systems, encryption, employee training, and new protective technologies. It's money they would rather spend elsewhere, but avoiding those investments simply isn't an option. The supply chain is another area where costs have changed dramatically. Companies learned valuable lessons after years of global disruptions. Relying on a single supplier or one manufacturing region creates enormous risk. As a result, businesses have started building backup suppliers, increasing inventory, opening additional production facilities, and bringing some manufacturing closer to home. These decisions improve reliability, but they also increase long-term operating expenses. At the same time, customer expectations continue rising. People expect fast delivery, simple online ordering, secure payments, accurate tracking, personalized recommendations, and immediate customer support. These services require powerful technology working behind the scenes. Businesses constantly invest in better websites, mobile apps, logistics systems, payment security, and customer service platforms because consumers quickly notice when those experiences fall behind. Hiring has become more expensive as well. Companies are competing for workers with skills in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, cybersecurity, robotics, and advanced engineering. These professionals remain in high demand across the United States. Businesses aren't only offering higher salaries, they're also investing in employee training because technology changes so rapidly that today's skills may not be enough just a few years from now. Even industries that traditionally change slowly are now investing at record levels. Manufacturers are adding robotics to improve efficiency. Banks continue expanding digital banking services. Healthcare companies are modernizing patient systems while strengthening cybersecurity. Retailers are improving supply chains and expanding automation inside warehouses. Every sector of the economy is feeling pressure to modernize faster than ever before. Another challenge is regulation. As technology becomes more powerful, governments continue introducing new rules covering privacy, financial reporting, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and consumer protection. Companies must dedicate significant resources to legal teams, compliance departments, auditing systems, and reporting requirements. These investments rarely generate revenue directly, but failing to comply can result in enormous penalties and reputational damage. The difficult part is that many of these investments don't immediately increase profits. Executives are making billion-dollar decisions today based on what they believe customers and markets will look like 5 or even 10 years from now. Investors understand that preparing for the future requires spending money today, but they also expect companies to remain profitable in the present. Balancing those two priorities has become one of the toughest jobs in corporate leadership. That's why many businesses have become much more disciplined with spending. Instead of chasing every opportunity, they're narrowing their focus. Companies are canceling lower priority projects, simplifying operations, reducing unnecessary costs, and directing more money toward technology, automation, digital infrastructure, and productivity improvements. The goal isn't simply to spend more, it's to spend smarter. Smaller businesses face an even greater challenge. Unlike large corporations, they often don't have billions of dollars available for investment, yet they still need better software, stronger cybersecurity, online sales platforms, digital marketing tools, and modern operations to compete effectively. Many smaller companies are carefully deciding which upgrades will have the greatest impact because they simply can't afford to invest in everything at once. Perhaps the biggest shift is how companies now define competitive advantage. Years ago, having the biggest workforce or the largest physical presence often separated industry leaders from everyone else. Today, success increasingly depends on technology, efficiency, speed, and adaptability. Businesses that respond quickly to changing markets often outperform companies that rely only on their size or history. This explains why corporate investment remains so strong even during uncertain economic periods. Businesses understand that delaying modernization may reduce expenses today, but it can create much larger problems tomorrow. Falling behind in technology, security, customer experience, or productivity can be extremely difficult and expensive to reverse. Looking ahead, this trend shows no signs of slowing down. Artificial intelligence will continue advancing. Cybersecurity threats will become more sophisticated. Digital infrastructure will become even more important. Customers will expect faster and better experiences, while competition will continue increasing across nearly every industry. The companies that prepare early will have a significant advantage over those that wait too long. The billion-dollar problem every company now faces isn't simply that business has become more expensive, it's that continuous investment has become the new cost of staying competitive. Every major decision now carries long-term consequences, and companies can no longer afford to pause while the market moves forward. In the end, the businesses that succeed won't necessarily be the ones spending the most money. They'll be the ones investing in the right priorities at the right time. Because in today's economy, the biggest competitive advantage isn't avoiding billion-dollar decisions, it's making the right ones before everyone else catches up.